Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Little Miss Funeral YouTube channel. Today's video is a book review, and this book is so special to me because it was written by my friend Heather Butler. And the book that I'm going to be talking about is That Side of Heaven. I met Heather over 10 years ago, and she immediately became such a special friend to me. Heather has that personality that just draws you in. She's adorable, she's kind, she just has a heart of gold, and honestly, with every single situation that you're in with her, whether or not you're just sitting down having a cup of coffee, she's that friend that listens to you, gives you amazing advice, and just is so positive, even in the darkest hour. And that positivity definitely shone through in this book because Heather talks about her miscarriages that she had with her two children, Lavender and Pine. I specifically waited to read this book until now. For people who are unfamiliar with myself and my YouTube channel, you may not know that 9 months ago I gave birth to my own daughter, and I did not want to read this book when it had come out because I was pregnant at that time. And I was absolutely convinced throughout my pregnancy that something bad was going to happen. And I don't know if that's because I'm a funeral director and I've cared for families and babies, and I've just seen that horrible side that can happen, and unfortunately happens a lot more than people talk about. But for me, I was in such an emotional and horrible state mentally for a lot of my pregnancy, just kind of dismissing it and going about my day and not wanting to talk about it and keeping it offline, that I knew I couldn't read this book because it would just completely tear me apart. And I'm happy that I did wait to read it until now, because I bawled my eyes out at points within this book just because Heather's voice shines through. Her emotions are so raw, and she writes from pain that she experienced, and she writes from a perspective that I feel so many people can identify with. Even for me, who personally has not had a miscarriage, reading this, I felt like I was there with her while it was happening, because she just invites you in to her pain and invites you into her grief. At the very end of every single chapter, she has a prayer that she ends with, and also a journal opportunity. And I think that that is an amazing feature that she included in this book, because I know for me personally, when I have gone through grief and loss in the past, I am somebody who needs to talk about it, and I'm somebody who needs to write about it. I feel that's why I have my YouTube channel and my blog, because I just need to get what's on my heart out there, and that is part of the healing process for me. Another thing that I really like about this book is that Heather asked other moms to come in and share their story, and because miscarriage is so common and not talked about, I think that that's such a special feature that she included, because it lets people who are reading this book know that they are not alone and there are other people who are walking this journey with them. Heather is a Christian, and she definitely writes from a place of faith within this book. I find that so uplifting, because in a time when you are in your darkest valley, you need some sort of a light to lean on. This may not be a book for somebody who doesn't have those same beliefs, although I think that no matter what your beliefs are, if you've experienced a miscarriage, that this book could be so beneficial for you, just because Heather does write from a place of positivity and light, and she does try her best, and I think that she does succeed in showing that even when you're in the deepest valley of your grief, there is always somebody who can be there with you and can walk you through it. And for her, she leans on Jesus, and she writes about that in her book, and she writes about how she found Jesus, about how he was more present with her when she was in the emergency room at the hospital than she's ever found him in her church. And I just think that that goes to show that if you open yourself up, you can find healing, and she shows that within her writing. I just think that this book is so beneficial and can really help people out there who have experienced a miscarriage. And because of that, I want to give a copy of her book away to one of my subscribers. All you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and in the comment section below, if you could write why you want to receive a copy of That Side of Heaven. It could be for you personally, or it could be for somebody that you know. Heather, I am so proud of you, and I know that Lavender and Pine are so amazed that they get to call you their mama, and I know that they are just waiting for you to tell you how much they love you and how they've never left your side. I think that you are doing amazing things keeping their memory alive by sharing their story and sharing your story with the world, and encouraging all mamas out there to let them know it doesn't matter if you've carried life within you for a second or for 9 months. You are a mama, and your babies are waiting for you on that side of heaven. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.